My name is Erin, and she talks.
$10 was...
And we're back. Good evening and welcome to the first ever episode of the SDFF Comedy Podcast presents Randy's Hollow. I'm Steve, I'll be your host this evening, and joining me is Rich Marsh.
Hello.
George Minto.
Hello there.
And Andy McLean.
Good evening, Internet.
How is everyone this evening?
Very
Grand.
well, thank you.
We all good?
Yes.
Top
How are
of the
you?
world? Good. I'm very good, thank you. Very
Right.
excited to be here on our first ever episode in our new format.
And
It's true.
what is that new format, Steve? Tell us all.
Shall I tell all the listeners about our new format?
Tell us all.
Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different from what we used to do. If anyone listened to the original SDFF podcast, we're going to start off with a random chat lasting about 15 minutes.
15 to 20?
Yep.
Hmm.
Then from there,
25 pushing it.
pushing it.
30 some weeks. if it's a real hot topic.
Oh, yeah. We're
what?
really off on.
And some days we might just not do anything at all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
We just go
okay.
down the pub.
Who needs the internet?
It'll probably be 30 minutes because once George gets speaking,
Well,
Yeah.
We didn't, anticipate this,
Didn't- yeah,
this
we-
return.
we just hear George talking, and it'll suddenly fade out and then slowly fade back in, and he's still going. And another thing.
Have it 5 minutes later.
And then she said to me,
I couldn't believe it. So
So after that initial introduction, we will then move on to a
so
week.
you're doing this as if it's some kind of works kind of conference day.
Yeah.
Oh, like
And
a
then,
team building day.
Yeah, yeah.
There with a
and
laser
then
pointer.
after the introductions, we're going to move on to,
Guys,
to
I
building a
wrote
bridge.
this all down.
There'll be 15 or 20 minutes for coffee break after bridge building, and then we're going to do trust falls for half an hour. And then
5 minute loo
we'll
break.
break for a continental buffet lunch.
If you could all make sure you've got your name stickers on, that'd be great.
Find your hope, buddy. Find your hope, buddy, and retreat to your safe part of the room.
Right, firstly, we'll be starting by making a raft out of barrels. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any barrels. I've just got bean tins. They're just over there.
Okay, right, let's get on with it.
let's crack on.
I wonder what they were doing over there.
Okay, so we're going to do top episode.
15, 20,
different
25,
episode.
30 minutes
of a chat, and then we're going to go on to a different improvised episode every week. And it's going to be a three-parter. 3-part episode. Yep. Split over 3 weeks, obviously.
I think he's looking at your hands, but you're rubbing them together and he's not getting any
I'm
figures.
just trying.
You're
Yeah,
forward
so I'm
to-
just trying to work.
So we're going to be doing
Carry
either
the one.
we're doing either a 3 or a 4-part mini story, which will be improv based. That will be split up over 3 to 4 episodes at a time. That will come out once every 2 weeks. Hopefully, if we can stick to a schedule better than we have in the past.
Smashed
there you
it.
go.
There you are.
What he said.
What he said. So yeah, completely improv based. So we don't know what we're going to be doing week on, week out, and George is here, so it could be completely random. So it's all
True
good.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
But if the internet has any suggestions, send us a suggestion.
Absolutely. Where can they send us suggestions to?
God knows. We haven't recorded
Facebook.
that
We've
bit
still got
yet.
the
Yeah.
Facebook.
You'll know at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Find us on Facebook or on
Yeah,
iTunes
or just search us on the interweb.
If anyone actually wants to get hold of us. Because has anyone ever?
Oh, we've
Yeah,
had one
a
or two.
couple. One or
Ooh,
two.
Well, you
yeah.
found us.
Yeah, I found you.
You just
I've
turned up at
suggested you
Andy's
to
door.
my
Yeah.
cousin, and he's liked the page.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's another one.
We've got quite a
Yeah.
few likes and views on the page.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
any
think-
more cousins?
I do. I have
Oh,
another
right.
one.
Well, crack on with that then.
Just force her into
yeah,
it.
yeah,
She's
Told
only
you it was
11.
worth inviting him as a
yeah. Yeah,
cast
absolutely.
member.
Yeah.
Well, last time I knew, we were over 100. What, pushing 150-ish?
What?
I don't think we're on
Oh,
150.
turn that off.
Oh,
Rookie
get
miss.
out! Get out!
Oh, sorry, it's
Well,
Ben.
Okay, so we're going to chat now.
Should we
Then we're
do a
supposed to
chat?
Chat now.
Yes.
The chat
Who's had a
roulette.
good week?
Yeah.
The chat roulette.
Start the chat roulette.
The roulette wheel of chat.
Can we talk about the Wu Tang Clan?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
Can we
sure.
talk about the new Wu Tang
Oh.
Clan album? Because that is ridiculous.
There's a new one?
Yeah, so
I had the
they
game.
spent the last 6 years recording a new Wu Tang Clan album that they sold one copy of for $2 million to that douchehole that bought the AIDS medication and was
Barack
charging,
Obama?
Yeah.
I think it's something Shrike or
Yeah.
Shriek or something.
What? Sorry, can you explain that? I've never heard
The
of
Wu
that.
Tang Clan decided they were going to record a new album,
Yeah.
but they were only going to sell one copy of it in an eBay style bid.
Right.
So whoever was willing to pay the most for it would own this one copy of the Wu Tang Clan album.
Yeah.
And it came with this huge list of legal caveats, they're not allowed to copy the album,
Right.
they're not allowed to release it into the public domain for 88 years after purchase, so they can't put it up online. The only thing they're allowed to do is hold listening parties, physical listening parties. And this guy bought it for $2 million. It's the do you remember a while back the same guy that was selling his company was selling AIDS medication at something ridiculous, like a 47,000% markup.
Yeah.
Right.
They're selling $11 AIDS medication pills for $14,000 a time.
Right.
So he's bought it and basically turned around and gone, I'm not going to listen to it. I just wanted it. And now, now he's been now he's sort of the most hated man in America. Now, in the last week or so, he's been arrested for security fraud.
Oh, really?
So he looks like he's going to spend a lot of time in prison as well, which is kind of
Listening to his Wu Tang album.
But the weird thing about the Wu Tang album thing is, so they recorded this album. There's only one copy. That's done and dusted. They also recorded 9 other tracks that don't exist on any other album. You can't get them anywhere. They've never done them live. And they've split them into 2 lots. They made a 18th century gramophone style speaker, encased speaker system, which can only play these 5 tracks. And someone bought that for about $14,000, I think. And the other thing they did is they made 2 chairs, an 18th century and a 19th century style chair with speakers built in and an inbuilt MP3 player with this 4-track EP that there's only 2 of in existence. And it's the only way you can ever hear these Wu Tang Clan songs is to sit in this chair and listen to them.
I'm just going to be the first to say this. Who would want to listen to them anyway? Have they got a big following still?
I think so.
I've never listened to any Wu Tang.
But I don't
a
think
craze back in the day.
But I don't think something like that is aimed at Wu Tang Clan fans. I think that's aimed at, we're going to go for the loony who has more money than sense that wants to buy something completely unique that no one else in the world could have.
That's you're gonna see that on 4 Rooms within a week. I bought this weird 18th century chair.
It's got an MP3 player built in.
Yeah, so
I don't know what's on it.
It seems to be haunted by 6 black dudes.
They're very angry. I don't know why.
Were they black?
Yeah.
Wu Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Very black.
Do you know who the Wu Tang Clan are?
The rappers.
Yeah, they're a rap group
Yo,
from
punk.
the 90s.
What up?
I know of them, I don't.
Yeah,
I knew they were back.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Wu Tang Clan.
Who
Oh, that
we were
guy.
talking about.
The Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, yeah.
Do they still
the
have
Ku
a big
Klux
following?
Clan. They've just recorded a special 6-song EP, the Ku Klux Klan.
I was thinking of the Bloodhound Gang.
Oh.
Right. Oh, the Wu Tang Clan. Right. Yeah. Okay. No.
Bloodhound
I know what
Gang.
you're talking
Yeah.
about now.
The Bloodhound Gang were kind of the white Wu Tang Clan, weren't
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Ku Klux Klan are someone completely different.
Yeah.
I did think the two
Was that
were
like Flavor Flav?
affiliated.
they?
Is that the
No,
Wu-Tang
Flavor
Clan?
Flav was Run DMC?
No.
No.
No,
He was
NWA, wasn't he?
NWA,
He was the
right.
hype man for NWA.
He's the one with the big watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the man that is never late for anything.
I used to really like the show that he was on, Flavor of Love. That was amazing.
Was it amazing?
It was amazing.
I seem to remember
12
hearing...
hookers hey baby.
I heard that in the pilot episode of Flavor Flav, one of the women got kicked off for taking a dump on TV on the in the floor of his mansion.
Makes
Or
sense.
something.
Yeah. No, it was like that, and then there was.
That was George's favourite episode.
Yeah, that was the best one. No, and then basically all the women were called states of America. So there was New York and all that kind of lot, and New York ended up being really batshit crazy, and she ended up being on 2 seasons of that.
Of course, she's the hooker that never sleeps.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
and
New
then she-
York gone batshit crazy.
But then he was always even though he had 2 other women in his bedroom, he's like, but I still love my New York, and he'd always be kissing her at the door and then turn around sleep with these other 2 girls.
When you say kissing her at the door, what do you mean?
He'll kiss her at the door.
Oh right.
Then close the close the door and then turn around and bang these other 2 birds, and then
In the door.
Yeah, in the doorway. Get him in the door, smash that door in. And but then after, like, because she was so crazy, like MTV were like, you can have your own show. It was like the flavour of New York or something like
Was
that.
it called
like,
New York goes badass crazy?
she batshit crazy. But yeah, no, that like me and my sister used to watch them a lot when I was like growing up. When I was like 11, watching Flavour of
A couple
Love.
of weeks ago.
It's a black guy banging other women. It's like, I love this show. I built my whole life around it.
I can tell.
Yeah.
That massive watch you're wearing.
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, so what's going on with the Bloodhound Gang?
I don't
Dead
think
Eye.
they've released a new album for a while. They tour still quite regularly.
Really?
Yeah, they tour in the UK quite a bit. I'd say quite a bit. 2 years ago, I think they were here.
That
last.
was a memory from your wedding, is them playing.
Bad
yeah,
touch.
Bad
Yeah.
Touch.
Yeah.
I thought that was really random.
So
Like,
good.
I turned around to Lizzie. I was like, "Oh, it was really cool when he played." I don't think it was really appropriate for a wedding. I was like,
Put a lot of
"And it was fun."
Put a lot of Busted on.
He
I
played
noticed
two
that. I was like,
Busted tracks in a row, didn't he?
yeah. And he was like, and Busted again. And it was like, oh, okay.
It's because he looked at Steve and he was like, he's a busted
He
man.
loves it already. And then after playing it, he went, oh, he's more McFly.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I've really misjudged
I've really
this.
Yet another wedding ruined.
So they just stuck on the Nicki Minaj and just let the let the
I
swearing kick
requested
off.
that.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
well
don't
done.
remember that.
You went there.
Oh, where was I on that
Nicki
one?
Minaj
No,
would play.
you two just kept wandering off.
Mm.
I did we disappeared for 10 minutes or so
Making
to
wedding
get a breather.
babies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just consummate the marriage.
Oh yeah, taking an hour to get the
contemplate.
dress off.
You don't have to get off. Just like right, I'm going
Contemplate.
under.
Contemplate the marriage.
Contemplate the man.
Just sitting there going,
Just
what
sit
have
on
we
a chair.
done?
So, yeah.
Is it too late to get that woman with the like little briefcase back? She was like, oh, I have the papers now. Bye.
Oh, was that what it was? I thought she was carrying the nuclear football. I thought they were like launch codes.
Yeah.
No, she just had Fallout in there. She's like, here we go. Keeps it with her at all times.
Wow. So yes, you miss Nicki Minaj, I'm afraid.
Oh
Mm.
damn it! I
But,
think there are a few songs on this that I am requesed.
Yeah.
Every swear
Oh,
word
yeah,
was
well
like,
then,
sorry.
I was there for ABBA.
You were there for ABBA at the very end.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can't remember what else I missed.
Mm.
A few songs.
It's
on,
good because
but-
we were just requesting anything and he seemed to have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Soundtrack to Hellraiser. Yep. Sling it on.
I think he was just downloading them there and then.
Oh, right.
But no, it was good.
That's good.
It was alright.
Excellent. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Awesome. I liked you when you took your shoes off a minute ago. I just thought I'd mention this. That you got maroon shoes and you took these maroon shoes off and you've
Yep.
got maroon socks on. Isn't it?
Yep.
It's to make the illusion that he's still wearing shoes.
Is that down to bad dye in the shoes, or is that down to bad
Yeah.
choices you've made?
White socks. They were
Right.
complete. If I lift up my trousers, white at the top.
And the soles are white.
You just imagine you take your jeans
No,
off,
this
off
was
and you've got
good planning.
jeggings underneath.
So I know I'm going to wear my. I'm going to wear my red shoes today, so I'll wear my red socks to complement them.
Very good. And what have you got on the bottom of your foot?
Says this way
Yeah,
down
say that.
and an arrow.
Fragile, made of glass.
Oh, I didn't realise you had one of
Your
those.
socks are fragile, made of glass.
Caution,
Yeah.
not a toy, decorative item only.
Yeah.
Where'd you get them socks from?
We were doing Christmas decorations earlier, so it came off.
Well, be careful when you're driving.
Yeah.
You don't wanna smash it, innit?
Oh, my foot!
Well, so you got some fragile
Fragile.
Christmas decorations.
Yeah, we got some over in Disney.
But you managed to get them home all right in one
Yeah,
piece.
it's fine, all good.
Cool.
Survived.
Disney themed, I take it.
You got a Jack Skellington one.
Oh, nice.
That's quite cool, very Christmassy. Having
Yeah.
a skull on your Christmas tree. It's fun.
Nice.
We got some.
That's my ultimate Christmas film.
Yeah, it's good.
Christmas Eve film.
And Halloween.
Before
You
Christmas.
can watch it.
It's mine.
Watch it both Halloween
yeah,
and
I
Christmas.
only ever watch it at Christmas, but you could watch it at Halloween.
I had that conundrum though. I
Quite
said to
right.
Samantha, I went, "Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween film or a Christmas film?" And she
both.
went, "It's in the title." And I went, "Christmas it is then."
It's both.
No,
Yeah, true.
I'm much more of a watching at Christmas
Yeah.
Eve.
Muppets
before I go to
Christmas,
bed.
Muppets Christmas Carol
That
is
yeah,
up
it's the
there.
old- yeah,
And
it's
I
the-
said that, and then
yeah.
Sharon went, "Meh."
No,
I was like,
you have
What?
to watch that.
No, you have to watch it. It's the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I watched the original, maybe not the original, the like 1977 one, like of Christmas Carol. Like the other day, it
Yeah,
was on
Christmas
TV.
Carol was made before
Muppets
1977.
Yeah. But,
And it was made before
It was,
Muppets Christmas
well,
Carol.
Carol.
it was probably a book before, wasn't it? Yeah, everything was a book once. And
Yeah,
I
I think they made it the
didn't know the
novelisation.
Bond
Yeah.
films were books. Pfft, that blew my mind. But yeah, yeah, I watched it, and then they're doing, the minister's cat is a marvelous cat, and I was like, I love this. I literally like,
Was it the musical one?
No, well, yeah, it was, yeah, and he was like sipping on his little thing with the big guy who's always.
Pardon?
Why is he always a giant?
The Ghost of Christmas Present.
Yeah, why is he always a giant? Because I said that and Samantha thought I was crazy. She was like, he's not always a giant. I was like, he bloody is. He's always a giant. I was like, he's always a giant. He's always got a massive ginger beard.
And he's always got a big green coat on.
Yeah.
Big green dressing gown.
And like his things made of like holly and all that stuff. Yeah. And I said to her, I was like, I've never seen this version before. And I was really like watching it, and she was like, the dog's going to sleep. We're going upstairs now. And I was like, are we going to watch this upstairs? And she went, no. And I was like, well, I'll just watch it a little bit longer then. And I really liked it, and then she turned off.
We watched the Santa Claus today.
Did
Try
you?
and get in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, very good.
It's good. Not seen that since it was in the cinema in 1994
Really?
or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Is that the Tim Allen one?
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's not.
It's alright.
It's really
It's
not.
alright.
I watched Scrooged the other day, which is
that's a
one
good
of my...
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
What's the one with Arnie in it?
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle
Yes,
All the Way.
love that one.
I like a bit of Jingle All the Way.
Yep.
I didn't know there was a Jingle All the Way too, though.
No, it's not
Yeah.
got Arnie in it, is it?
Yeah, no, Sharon told me about that. I went, nah.
No,
Who's in
that's
Jingle
not
All the Way too?
I can't remember.
No one.
Jason Statham.
That seems like a solid guess, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
But have you guys looked at Krampus?
Pardon?
Krampus.
Crumpets?
Krampus.
What's Krampus?
It's the
It's
Del
the
Toro.
it's
Guillermo
a
del
horror
Toro's
Oh, really?
horror- new horror.
comedy
He's got
film.
2 films out in like the space of a month.
I think it's good. Did he
He did
produce it?
Crimson
He didn't
Peak
direct it,
recently,
did he?
didn't
Oh yeah, I think he's like made the
Yeah,
creatures
Crimson
for
Peak.
it and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's Saint Nicholas's shadow, which is like an evil Santa.
It's supposed to be his brother.
Yeah, and it looks like a
Ah,
deer.
Bad Santa.
Yeah, bad Santa. Yeah,
In,
the Grinch.
in folklore, I think it's supposed to be Santa's brother gone bad.
Yeah,
But he's actually a goat
Is
person.
it
Yeah.
Santa just with
He's
a
like-
pencil mustache and a goatee?
Yeah, he's like a massive deer
anti-Santa.
goat thing.
Yeah.
But all of the like main characters are like comedians, so it's a kind of comedian
It's supposed to be quite good.
horror-ish film.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd see it. I wouldn't pay to see it, but I'd see it.
And it's called Krampus.
Crumpets.
Crumpets.
No, yeah, it's
Krampus.
Krampus.
Cramps. It's called what?
Like crumpet, like crumpet.
Krampus.
Right, I'm not going to see this film because I don't even know what it's called.
Begins with a K
Yeah.
and sounds like crumpets.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Krampus.
Just, how do you search for that on Amazon Prime? Krampus? Crimpus?
Crumpets?
Just say it into your phone. Go Krampus.
Krampus. Did you mean Vauxhall Viva?
Did you mean Grandad? Bad Grandad. Yes. That isn't that
Has
bad.
anyone seen Star Wars yet?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, yeah.
You have?
No, not yet.
No?
I don't think we're going to get a chance to see it till the new year.
Yeah.
The person I was meant to see it
Yeah.
with saw it without me. So.
Oh, nice. We're going to try and
Yeah,
see it next
and then he
week.
went, "Oh, you
Yeah.
took too long." I went, "It's been less than 24 hours." And he went, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, we're going to try and see it next week.
I get the
Yeah.
feeling because everyone keeps going on about don't spoil it and no spoilers and stuff. Is something like major happen in it?
Mm.
Or maybe nothing happened.
No,
to
I
it, and
suppose-
that's
yeah,
why there's
maybe that's
nothing to
why-
spoil.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think because the feeling, the way that everyone's going about don't spoil this
No.
as if there's something major
He
happening.
told me 2 key things. He just went,
No,
I already told you.
No.
It's just a
No.
lead up. film.
No.
That's all he said.
Well, you
It's-
ruined it,
it's
right?
a
What
lead
if you
up.
get in there and it's 2.5 hours of just the opening text crawl?
I'll be okay
And
with
that's
that.
it. You go in there and you just read a story
It
for 2.5
explains the
hours.
past films on there. It's just like, this is up happened prior.
And it's
How
Now
only
you're
did,
up to
this
date.
how did this cost 300 million?
and it's only 4 sentences. Just go very, very slowly up the screen.
I didn't realise
That's
that they actually did that by just like dragging it.
They used to. They don't anymore.
Yeah, no.
It's
like,
moved on a bit since
and when apparently they had to like add in like A New Hope or like episode 4 in, like they had to like do that bit again. Like,
It
on
was
top of it.
It's actually they've had a camera at the bottom of the scroll and they moved the camera along.
Mm. And they said like there was loads of issues with like it jerking and all that kind of, and they were just,
It's
and that
like
cost
one
like
of those,
tons.
like overhead projector when they used to turn it onto a
Yeah,
new
it moves
new
along.
sheet. You just have to wheel it along a bit.
Got someone like just like walking, like moving it.
Get the hamster on a wheel.
Oh, I stopped at Hamster on a Wheel in
You what?
Pets at Home.
You stopped one.
It was a what are they called?
What was he being? Was he being
You
naughty?
just put your finger in and stop it.
No,
I did.
no. I saw you took that hamster wheel off the other hamster. Get off.
He was running, like happily running, and I was like,
Yes, what they did.
and I was like, pay me attention. So I just stuck my finger in it and stopped the wheel.
And he just went. Flew off.
He just like
And now he's paying no
I
one
couldn't
any
instantly
attention.
stop it because it like kind of friction burned my finger out. I was like, like slowly stopped it, and he just kind of like looked at me, and then his friend came out of the sawdust as well.
I love you.
Yeah,
He's pulled out a penknife.
What's going on? What's going on? What was that noise?
he was like, why have you stopped running, Andrew? And
The shower water's just gone cold. Why have you stopped running?
he literally just like came out of the sawdust, like looked at me, and I was like, oh sorry guys. And then I like felt bad, so I started like starting him up again. Just like nudged it back.
You see the
Back
lights
into
slowly
action.
come
Yeah.
back on in the house.
Yeah.
Finally, I can go finish my shower.
Kind of felt guilty, but no, he didn't want to know. I was just kind of moving, rocking
Because he
him
was
on it.
trying to power their little
Yeah.
house.
This is when he's just looking. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I was like the government. I stepped in and was like, nope,
No fun for you.
not anymore.
This
Stop
is
that.
no
You were
time
like
for that.
you were like the hamster equivalent of the lottery.
Yeah.
Like the big lottery hand that comes
I just
in.
felt like God, like
You
No.
can't run anymore.
just
Ah.
going around crippling. Nope.
Yeah, he just wished it wasn't him.
Don't you mind, mate? I'm having a good time here
Yeah.
around in my wheel.
And blew on what they called the chinchillas because they never move
Pardon?
unless if you blow them.
You blew a
You blew a
chinchilla.
chinchilla.
Because they just sat there like,
Blow me.
blow me. Yeah, pretty much. And
What sort of
How
pet
long
shop
did
do you
it
go
take?
to?
pets at home. That's what I'm
It's
banned.
changed a lot since I've been
Yeah,
doing
it's
this.
I
we
go
were
in
in
and
there earlier and
stopping
there's
the
nothing like
hamster
that.
wheels and blowing on the chinchillas. They're just like, get the fuck out. But
some sort of
I didn't even go in there to buy anything. I just walked in.
Christ.
some
What did
sort
you
of
do to-
heavy petting zoo.
What did you do to the zebra finches?
What? Zebra finches.
Yeah.
They don't have anything exotic in there. It's either fish that are dead in a tank or a chinchilla that's staring you out but won't move.
Wanting to be blown.
Yeah, shout and blow me.
Dead fish and blown chinchillas.
That's the kind of pets that we go in Portsmouth.
Okay, good.
Good.
Excellent. Well, I just give you one thing that happened to me this week. Very quickly. I was having a chat with a guy from work.
Been a while, had it?
One of the cleaners. Sorry?
Been a while, had it?
Since he's had a chat.
No.
What?
Something happening to you this week very quickly.
Oh.
So it's been a.
It's been a while.
I was alluding to the fact you had sex and it was very quick.
With the janitor.
Yeah. No, cleaner.
Oh,
I'm
I
the
mean,
janitor.
technician.
What? So you were,
I thought you were going to come up with a
so you were
fancy
pulling
name.
rank then?
What?
He pulled
No,
rank
I
on
see,
you.
yeah, no,
Get
yeah,
in
yeah,
that
no,
cleaning
yeah, sure.
cup.
Sorry,
Yes,
I
still,
shouldn't
we're
have
still back on me
interrupted.
having sex.
Sorry.
No.
Right, yes.
Sorry.
Yes, and it was very quick. And then afterwards, we were just talking, and he was telling me, he was trying to kind of say to me about how he's kind of doing the kids today, schooling today is a lot more different from when I was at school. And he said because when his daughter brings her homework home, obviously, he said like our maths homework, he said I can't wait. He said like, it's quite advanced for what I used to have when I was at school. He said so I just think kids coming out of school and he said I just think they're a lot more clever than when back in my day when they're coming out. And I was kind of like, yeah, I suppose, interesting way of looking at it. I suppose,
I mean,
yeah.
that is
Yeah.
how education works.
Yeah, absolutely. How advanced, and he was like, it's a good thing. And he said the only problem with it, the downside, and if he'd finished kind of talking about that, I was kind of like, yeah, good point. But then he carried on, and this is where he became a bit offensive, because he then said the only problem is that it doesn't help us in the job market. He said because at the end of the day, if someone's going for a job, he said if you're going for a job and some 16-year-old just coming out of school's going for a job, you're not going to get the job, are you? Because they want someone intelligent. And I went, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, cheers.
That's often how you find it works, though, isn't it? Is you come straight out of school and it's super easy to find a job.
I normally see
Yeah,
it.
They're going
they're-
up against Rich.
Yeah,
Yeah,
going up
so
against
they-
me.
Employers are dying to give people with no experience work.
I thought they kind
That's
of
what
because
I
they-
found.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
they
yeah.
haven't
job
learned.
market.
Oh yeah, it's just
Yeah.
not to
It
go
is.
for that
They,
job.
s- they
It's
see
so
it more as if they can
so
craft
easy.
you to do that job, then you will stay in that
Oh,
job.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, well, no, that was, I was going on a serious note.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel if like they get you young, and then they're like, oh, we can get a career out of you,
Yeah.
and we can mold you to like this job, and then you were like, oh, I haven't done
Yeah.
anything else before, like me,
Well, no,
They
at the end
turned
of
you
the day,
into a baker.
into
fly-by-night
mince pie
baker.
selling machine.
yeah. Well, at the end of the day, it is true, because at the end of the day, if a 16-year-old goes into the job, they can do maths equations straight away. If I went in the job, I'd just be smacking my head against the wall.
With
in
an
the middle of
iPhone,
the
like-
interview, yeah. It's just like, why, mate?
Well, why are you going for
Sorry?
jobs that involve doing maths equations?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the
Well-
16-year-old's more intelligent than you. That he's got a different skill set.
Yeah, but no, isn't there quite a few jobs? If you do jobs in like shops and stuff now, they give you little maths
it's a till.
tests.
It's easy.
Yeah, but they're not making you do quadratic equations to work in Next.
No, I know that.
They're like, right, what
It was
angle?
just-
What
it was
angle is
just-
that shelf at? Go.
Just trigonometry and stuff like that.
I was just making a joke.
Just basic E
You
equals
failed,
MC
really.
squared.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you put him back in his place though? Did you go?
Did you
Get back to the cleaning cupboard.
punch him in the face and walk away?
Yeah,
Throw a
basically.
mop at him.
Yeah.
Clean that shit up.
I was glad I was the man in our relationship earlier.
And I held his
Stroke his
hand.
face. You shouldn't talk after sex.
This is why we don't speak.
Well,
Oh, Pornhub's coming up. So new erotica's arrived.
you
Do
know
you want to
such
go
things?
straight on?
Yeah.
Well, Pornhub.
Pornhub. I've never heard of
Pornhub,
Pornhub.
mate.
yeah.
This one, Portsmouth,
Ah.
innit? Pornhub.
Yeah, poor nub.
Yeah.
Pornhub.
Down
Por-
front.
Pornhub.
Poor nub.
Pornubs.
Is that what he calls it?
Yeah. You don't go
Pornhub's
on-
wife died last week
No.
of
You don't go on porn.
that variant
sure.
lung
No,
cancer.
I'm upper class.
Oh,
Oh,
I
that's
got
a shame.
bestial. No,
Poor
Tube.
Pornhub.
what did we used to watch when we were back in the day?
Back in Nam.
When we were too like not clever to get like a whole video, so you had to watch like the trailer video for like a porn. It was like.
What are you talking about?
I was talking about like back in the day when like it was like you could watch the kind of intro
back in
trailer.
the
Oh, wait,
day.
are we talking about porn?
Day are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Okay,
Where,
right.
where like the girl's like and they're like, oh, here you go, baby, and it's like the 2-minute.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
trailer.
And if you want to watch the real video, go here, and then it's like, oh, you have to pay like a $5, and you're like, no.
Dude, back in the day, we had magazines.
Magazines.
From the
internet.
70s.
I'm
and
not talking about
lost.
Stone Age.
Yeah.
God, you guys carving in your own porn.
I remember those days
Yeah.
fondly.
Yeah.
Carving my own
Carving
porn.
What
my
was the
porn.
ones? It was,
Bringing out my best work.
iSpyCamelToe.com. That was a good one. iSpyCamelToe.com. There was the slip
How
and
many
slide.
words are there that begin with camel toe?
Yeah.
I suppose
how many
might
points
lie
was it
something
for the
beginning with
camel
camel toe.
That's the best. That was just the intro. It was like, oh,
That's the least successful I Spy books.
it's
I
not.
can't remember having that.
It's not
one.
Where's Wally. It's Where's Willie. Yeah, no, iSpyCamelToe.com.
that would have made
that was a
the
good one.
car trips a bit more interesting if you had a book like that. I'm looking for an 18-year-old finish.
She goes by this
Oh, there
name.
she is.
Oh my god, she's wearing quite loose trousers, so I'll have to move on from someone else.
Excuse me, love. Can you just pull your trousers up?
I just needs to tick this one.
Just needs. Is your name Salted Caramel? No. I'll move on. But yeah, no. Oh, it was all that kind of junk back in the day.
Oh, good.
Good.
On that note.
Should we move this on? Welcome to Randy's Hollow. Today's episode takes place on Lake Acapulco, in the middle of Randy's Hollow, where we join two characters going on a boat cruise across the lake.
Well, the Groupon said it started at 5, so I figure if we get there like half an hour early, we can maybe get like a free glass of Prosecco and then just sort of wander on the boat and we'll just be there for when it takes off.
Is that a thing that still goes on nowadays?
What's that?
Prosecco.
Free Prosecco? Yeah, no, I mean...
I only thought it was on sale at Christmas.
No, it explicitly said it on the website. That was why I bought this group on.
Nah, it's probably Carver.
We pay full price for our tickets, but you get a free glass of Prosecco before you board.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds fancy. Well, I don't see any boat around, so...
No, I mean... It just seems to be trees and water at the moment, doesn't it? And that spooky shack over there. But,
Well, we don't talk about that.
well, maybe we should talk about the spooky shack, because it's the only thing here besides trees and water.
Wow.
In fact, you know what? Barry,
wow.
you can stay here with the car, Barry, if that's what you want to do.
Alright, sugar
But
pie.
I'm going to go over to this shack and I'm going to see if there's anyone around and if they know where the boat is.
Alright,
More importantly,
okay.
if they know where our free Prosecco is.
I'll come with you then. I
Okay.
don't want to be lonely by the car.
Okay, lock
So,
the
you know,
car.
it's a freewheeler.
Is the car locked?
It has no windows. It'll be fine. No one's taking this hump of shit.
Okay, fair enough. Handbrake on? Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right.
It's in a bush. It's fine.
Let's just see if there's anybody in this. Hello?
Yahar!
I'm out.
What are you talking about? This is good. This is good. This sounds authentic.
Yar!
That's the percent.
Shut up! Welcome to the lake cruises of Lake Acapulco. I've had a bit of that Prosecco. Let me have another one. Welcome to Lake Acapulco. What can I do for you?
We've got 2 pre-booked tickets for the post.
Pre-booked tickets, hey. Put it on the Groupon.
It was.
We
it is.
don't take Groupon no
Oh.
more.
Oh.
It's fully paid.
Oh, this is awkward. Yeah, we've already booked.
We stopped that offer around about 1994.
A couple of years out.
Oh, this is awkward.
Have you got it with you?
You need to update your website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we do.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy.
Have you got
the
a
customer's
printout?
Always, yeah, well,
Give us a printout.
I've got it on my phone.
Do you have a printer? Is the Wi-Fi down?
Yeah, dude, is there what's the Wi-Fi password?
Let's have a look at it on your phone.
Okay. Well, I'll just put it up.
Don't give him your phone.
No, don't put that up.
Don't hand him your phone.
No, give me the phone.
Okay.
Don't-
Just give me the phone.
I'm not going to give you my phone.
He's got a peg leg and a glass eye.
Okay, just show me the phone.
Don't
What
give
an
him
interesting characterful voice for a woman as well.
it's the Prosecco talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Here. See, we booked it.
Okay.
We booked it in 1999. You said you stopped accepting it in 95.
94.
You stopped accepting in 94, the same year Jurassic Park came out.
No, because that came out in 1993.
He's good. He's good.
He's a good.
She's good.
She's good.
She's good. She's a good drunk.
I think it's fine. Anyway, right, I will accept it. Okay, welcome. I am the first mate, Barbara. Welcome to Lake Acapulco Cruises. So,
That's fancy.
what do you want out of your cruise today?
Well, the Prosecco to start. So you know it's
you'd
fully
have-
paid.
You will have a glass of Prosecco, I assure you. But first, I better introduce you to my captain. Do you want to meet the captain?
Oh, there's more.
I'd like to make this like a panto.
This isn't a one-person operation.
I like to make this like a panto. Would you like to meet the captain?
Yes.
Yes, we
yes, we would.
I said, would you like to meet the captain?
Is he
More than
behind
anything,
you?
yes.
Well, he actually is behind you. Me hearties, how are we doing today? Well, will I may introduce to you Captain Shit Accent? Hello, chaps. I'm Captain Shit Accent. I'm not actually a pirate. I'm more of a farmer.
He just owns a boat.
But I got this boat really cheap, so I'm going with it. Yar.
I can't help but notice you have 2 hooks for hands.
Yes.
Is there, presumably there's some sort of daring, adventurous story behind that?
Absolutely. Well, I was making a smoothie the other day in my smoothie maker.
Oh, this happened the other day. Right, okay.
a
You
couple
look
of
good.
weeks ago. And, well, I couldn't reach the grape that was at the bottom of the smoothie maker, so I went in with one hand and it got chewed off. So I went in with the other one and that one got chewed off.
got no hands.
Barbara went in with the
So
leg.
Barbara had a good idea to give me some hooks.
Yeah, I found a couple of hooks, and I thought you can be Captain Shit Accent with hooks for hands.
Fantastic. Just don't pick your nose with them. Bloody difficult they are.
Shit Accent.
Right, Sugar Pie, we're going with this.
What an excellent story of your hooks for hands.
Oh, Barbara.
It's like when you lost your feet.
Yeah, now that's a completely different
Do
story.
you remember the day when you slipped and got your foot in the combine harvester, and then you lost your other foot, showing me how you lost your first foot in the combine harvester?
Now you meant so you have no limbs. No, can we just get that out of the
No.
way up front?
But his feet are excellent. They're made of glass. They're fragile, so be careful.
Be very careful of me feet.
Precious.
So, what can we do for you here?
We've got this
Yar.
Groupon to go on the glass bottom.
I've checked the Groupon. It's on the phone.
Jolly good, Barbara. That's good.
We were scared it would be out of date. It was only, 15 maybe plus years
Yeah,
old?
but I've accepted it anyway. Nudge, nudge, wink,
Oh,
wink,
shit.
if you get what I mean. So, this is Barry. I think you said your name
Yeah,
was Barry.
yeah.
And this
I
is Sugar
didn't, but
Pie.
you-
Yep.
Sugar Pie and Barry.
Sugar Pie and Barry.
Jolly good.
Yeah.
So you're here to go on the Jolly Pirate. The Happy Valley Cruises.
I called it Lake Acapulco Cruises, but I suppose we can go with Happy Valley Cruises.
Oh,
as
you've
well.
changed the name of it again.
Ah.
Bloody confused me again.
Yar.
You actually don't have any signs up. That's
No.
You just have this shack that's a bit run down.
Suspicious, isn't it? Oh, I should
There's a
scratch my
sign here.
face.
Look at this. This is a sign. What more do you want?
You've just
Fire
lifted up your
exit.
top. And you've written on your stomach something there.
It's my tattoo, which says fire exit.
Oh.
Right.
If there's a fire, follow me. Once
'Cause
I
I've
lift
got
my,
the
once I
exit.
lift my top.
Does your tattoo glow in the dark?
Hmm?
Does your tattoo glow in the dark so we'll be able to follow you?
Strangely
If
enough,
it's
it
far?
doesn't.
Oh, that's not up to
disappointing.
regulations then.
Yeah.
But he does have warning lights specifically on parts of his body that you need to follow. Just follow those lines to the
She.
exit. She.
Follow her line.
Sorry, he used to be a man. Oh, tragic
right.
accident.
Another blender-related mishap.
Funny you should mention that. No, it wasn't. No, it was a shark. But never mind.
One of those lake sharks.
Yeah.
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 Lake
Lots
sharks.
of lake sharks in Lake Acapulco.
Yeah. Anyway, so I suppose we better be getting on the ship sometime soon, hadn't we?
Yes.
Now?
Now?
Can I have a quick word with my colleague here?
Only a
Before we,
quick word.
Yeah.
Because your Prosecco's waiting
Oh,
for you.
it's on the boat.
Barry, over.
Yeah, I'm going.
So-
Yeah, so
I'm super looking forward to this Prosecco.
I haven't
we
seen
should
any.
definitely stay that, but I don't think we should be getting on a boat with these two guys.
Well, I like her
They-
or him or it, but
Sorry, yeah, it's the beard that's worrying me.
yeah,
But-
but she weirdly reminds me of my mum.
They seem
So I find myself drawn to her.
they seem clinically insane.
Barbara, where's the Prosecco?
Oh,
Is it on the boat?
Yeah, it's just on the boat if you'd like to follow me, gentlemen.
I haven't seen a boat.
Oh, have you got a bottle in your pocket?
I have got a
She's
bottle
not
in my
wearing
pocket.
any trousers.
What was it that librarian warned us about?
Something about
Going loco down at Acapulco.
it was some sort of theme tune.
They seem insane. I don't trust him to drive a boat.
Right, well, if I could interrupt then,
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
the time
hello,
you came
yeah.
on the boat then, isn't it?
Follow us?
Yeah, follow. Firstly, could you put these sacks on your heads?
I need to check my.
Sorry,
Hmm?
sacks on our head.
Yeah, just a formality. If you could just put these sacks on
How
your
am I
heads.
going to drink my
Well, it's
complimentary
through a
Prosecco?
straw, of course.
It's just to get you on the boat.
I'm sorry, of course.
Of course. Oh. Well, I was going to check the car, but yeah, seeing though
I
you.
would hand you a glass of Prosecco to help loosen your judgment. I mean, to aid you onto the boat. I can't hold any glasses, what with having hooks for hands and all.
Well, you said they
But he
were
can
on
open the
boat.
door.
Yeah, and you can uncork the bottle of
I
Prosecco.
can. Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we there's no harm in checking it out.
No harm
We're-
at all.
We're only on a
Well,
lake.
I'm going on record as saying I don't think this is a good idea.
Well, we are, as I said, we're only on a lake.
But we've paid for the Groupon.
We're in our hometown. It was, well, we paid for it, about 16 years ago?
Yeah.
So, it was a present before I was born.
I mean,
So,
I bought it and then suffered 15 years worth of memory loss.
and that's how
And
your
had
name
you.
became Sugar Pie.
Had you at the same time,
Yeah.
my son Barry.
Oh, Dad.
Right, well,
Yeah,
if you maybe get like
I
a
was gonna wait
this-
till we were out in the water to tell you.
tender
but,
moment over with.
Yeah, let's move on, shall we?
Yeah.
Dad?
We'll talk about it later, Barry.
Oh, okay.
If you just like to follow Captain Shit Accent, if you'd like to lead the way, sir.
Follow me, guys.
His feet make a lovely sound.
Oh, hang on, just got to have a scratch. Okay, off we go again. Oh, look over there. It's a lovely tree, that one. Oh, no, sorry, we must carry on.
Oh no, wait a minute, sir. You're going the wrong way.
Oh, silly me. Turn around I go then. Right, if you'd just like to follow me onto the combine harvest. Oh, no, sorry, I traded that in, didn't I, for the boat. Onto the boat, over here.
Oh, you got a little jaunty run there.
I ran up the gangplank. Join me aboard the Jolly Pirate. Lake Apoco Cookers.
Now, do you like the looks of this boat, then, gentlemen?
Oh, look at all this
I'd like it if I
woodwork.
wasn't so thirsty.
I'd like it if
Oh.
it looked like it originally came with a glass bottom and it's not just been converted into a glass bottom boat.
Ah, that was specially put in.
Right.
It's perspex. We couldn't afford glass. It's perspex.
Right.
It's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Yeah, we couldn't get a glass bottom because all the glass was used on Captain Shit Accent's glass bottom.
And me feet.
And his
And his feet.
Oh, so you're glass from sort of the waist down.
Pretty much. That's an interesting story as well.
Yeah, maybe another time.
Maybe.
another time. Anyway, here's your glass of Prosecco in these metal tankards.
So you can't see the bottom of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
they've got no glass bottom either.
no.
This Prosecco's really sort of dusty.
It's
I
kind of
can't see the
rusty
bottom
in
of this
colour.
Prosecco. This normally clear Prosecco. I can't see the bottom.
No, we've tainted. I mean, we put some. No, it's very old.
Yeah, interestingly old. Now, just drink up.
Mate, I don't want to be rude. May I just say you're not great at lying.
Barry is
You have a
yours.
really,
Well,
really bad poker.
I'm halfway through mine, so come on, Sugar Pie Dad.
Drink up, sugar pie,
Okay,
Dad.
I'll chug it. Sugar pie, Dad. I'll chug it. There was something in the bottom of it.
Oh, what is it?
It was formerly dusty, now very shiny king shilling.
Arr, we got ya.
Barry, have you got one, mate?
If you'd like to quickly finish yours.
I feel like I may have swallowed something.
Arr!
You swallowed the king shilling, which is good for the navy. But also, on the other side of the king, you see the pirate king.
Gary,
the
the Pirate King.
Yeah, you know the one. So that means you have been enlisted to our pirate crew.
Arr!
Arr.
Dad?
Welcome aboard Lake Acapulco Cruise. I mean, the Jolly Pirate.
Arr, the Jolly
Arr,
Pirate.
Jolly Pirate.
And
I
you
kn- I
can't
knew-
get out of this, for if you look on the bottom of your phone and the
small
group-
print
the
of the
small
phone.
print of the Groupon.
Uh-huh. Oh.
You have actually enlisted to a pirate army of 4.
If you take the Gary the King shilling.
Shit.
What have you done?
Legally. Shit. Legally.
Was it on the iTunes?
Yeah, legally speaking.
Yar, legally
Yeah.
shit.
Well, I guess we're pirates now.
Welcome to the pirate crew.
Do we get new, better pirate names? Because I'm really not in love with my
Can I get a
civilian name.
fancy hook?
Yes, but you have to do something interesting to earn it.
Okay.
Like, I got mine from having a shit accent.
Right. Okay. What if I was to get a beard of bees?
You can be Captain
Bob's bloody captain
No,
as well.
no. You don't get this bit, do you, sir? How many times have I got?
Oh, he can't be a captain.
No, you're. How many times have I got to explain this? You're the captain. Oh, anyway, everybody, shut up. Let's set sail on Lake Acapulco.
Gar, so we've been at sea for 4 minutes now. It's been a long cruise. How are you feeling? Are you liking it so far?
I've always hated the sea.
Well, we're not on the sea. We're on a lake.
You're in luck, my boy.
Well, then I'm full into it. Then. Well, seeing
How about you, Captain?
No,
No, no,
no.
damn it. I'm really bad at this.
You can just be pirate.
Pirate
beard
beard of bees.
Pirate beard of bees. Wait a minute, let me just go get my beard of bees. I'll be right back.
Yeah. And you can be pirate.
No penis. I mean,
Pirate gay Bob.
Well, it fits.
I see you couldn't find any bees. You've got mosquitoes.
I've got a moustache of wasps.
You could be captain. What?
I don't understand.
You shaved
the
the
beard bit off.
I did. There's
Just
just,
wanna
a
go
sink
for
of, there's just a sink of bees back there.
So you just go for the moustache of wasp. Yar.
Pirate
I don't-
mustache beard wasp.
I don't have a job yet, Barbara.
Hmm?
What is my job here?
Polishing my feet.
Keeping them extra
And
shiny.
his bottom.
Oh, yes. But what about your kneecaps? They're pretty
Made-
rusty for glass.
No. They're made of bits of steak.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to replenish them once they get a bit rotten. Especially once the wasps get around.
I wonder what that reach was.
Right. We're on the voyage. Let's just do our safety precautions. Fire exit signs on my stomach. That's good. So we all know in case there's a fire
We'll
to
follow
follow
you.
me. Okay, we got that. Good.
If there is a problem, don't know what light that was. Lights will indicate your nearest exit. There's no electric on board, so we don't have lights. And we left the candles back in the shack. So
Arr.
there won't be any lights to indicate the nearest exit. Just jump overboard.
But your exits are here. Basically, if you see the lake, jump into it.
But watch out for the lake sharks.
Yar.
There
Yeah,
are
we
a
were
couple
warned.
of lake sharks and lake dogs apparently.
That's the ship
Ah.
dog.
Ah, bloody dogfish.
Gar,
Yeah.
gar.
Yeah.
So, this whole thing was just an elaborate
page,
ruse to get more crew for your ship.
Basically so, yes. Well, you may have heard the rumours about Lake Acapulco.
Or have you heard the rumours?
The rumours.
I've heard
tales,
some
the
rumours
myths of
about
Lake
men going loco down on Lake Acapulco.
I'm talking about the rumours, the Fleetwood Mac album.
Oh,
That was recorded,
was that recorded
down here
in the spooky
by
shack?
ourselves.
And then they went their own way.
You two were formerly in Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's so
Formerly,
crazy.
I was formerly Stevie Nicks.
Yar.
But now we've got that out the way.
I think the,
I
the,
used
the
to be-
wasps are kicking in.
I used to be Mick Fleetwood, but enough of that.
So, anyway, the myth goes that there's a great treasure beheld down on Lake Acapulco.
A great treasure.
Thank you, I was waiting for that. Somewhere on the lake, which is only a couple of miles across, there is said to be an island.
Oh, lovely.
There's an
What's
island,
on this island?
an island in the middle of a lake.
Yes. Yar, yar, yar. An island.
It's rumoured to be the island of Abaddon, where King Arthur had his final resting place.
That's only.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
That got you there, didn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was here in Acapulco.
Well, not many people do think that, but we do.
You think that?
Yeah.
Yar.
We had a discussion
Yeah.
one night.
Many, many moons ago,
Many rums
when we
ago.
were touring as Fleetwood Mac, we heard tale of this tale. It was told to us by Stevie Wonder. Yeah, How he could see it, I don't know. But with his mystical powers and his
Jaunty
friend
fingers.
James Brown, he told us the story of how in the middle of Lake Acapulco, the island of Abaddon appears only on certain times of the year, in certain moonlights, in certain weather conditions,
To
on
a blind
certain
man.
days, at certain times, in certain weather conditions, in certain days, in certain weather conditions, at certain times, and certain moonlights. And when those all combine, then the island of Abaddon appears.
And it just so happens today or tomorrow, but maybe today, that time has come.
Yar, you possibly can see the island.
Where great treasures beheld anyone who go there.
You probably should have led with great treasures.
Great treasures.
I'm in. Barry?
I get.
Is cat.
No,
Pirate.
pirate. Captain. How
Captain
many
Barry?
times, Captain? Sorry, gotta stop doing this. How many times have you got to give up your title?
I'm sorry, Captain Barry.
No, pirate. I'm first rate barber. Anyway, Pirate Gay Bob and Pirate Mustache of Wasps.
Wastache.
Will you join us?
Well, we're
Although
already.
you've
Well, I just
already
say that
already-
you got no choice no more.
Yeah.
I thought I'd just make it a bit.
Are we being dragged along, Captain?
Ah,
sir.
You wanted to make it more democratic,
Basically
like
so.
like the actual pirates were. Had the first insurance policies and everything. Didn't know that, did you? Interesting fact for you.
So, are we ready to set? Oh, we've already set.
We've
sail.
said we've been gone for at least 6.5 minutes.
We're almost at the other side of the lake. by the way.
Turn around, quick, turn around, turn around, Barbara. So basically, the plan is to circle the lake and go back and forth until the island appears.
And we
before
won't bump
us.
into it.
Right, okay.
And the great treasure of King Arthur will be revealed
On
But-
the island.
on the island.
So what do you need us to
Yeah.
do?
It seems to me your
Basically,
crew is
we've-
big enough.
Yeah.
We've got fed up talking to each other.
Oh, so we're more here for company.
Basically.
And
Oh, okay.
also, the latrine needs cleaning. So here's a mop, here's a bucket, and Pirate Gay Bob, if you could just use your hands.
Oh.
Is this
just
why
down-
you've lost your hands, Captain?
No, it was a smoothie
Oh,
maker.
it was the grape.
We did explain this previously.
There should have been a reason why,
That grape was randomly there.
No, there was
Just
no
'cause
reason.
I
There
was
was no
having-
reason, alright?
I was having a grape smoothie.
and it was latrine day.
Grape smoothie, singular.
Doesn't take much to fill
Wow.
my stomach after it got rotted away by scurvy of the
Ah.
stomach.
It's them steak knees.
Not enough vitamin C. Not enough vitamin C in his scurvy stomach.
No, that's why I was having the grape.
Yeah.
Hand me the
comes
bucket and
full
mop then and I'll be
circle.
off.
Yeah. His stomach, which is now made of a magician's balloon.
Hark! Can you hear that sound?
No, not that sound.
Not the
that
wasp
sound.
No,
beard.
that great rushing of water.
The great Russian of water.
No,
I thought his ship had left this lake long ago.
no, not him.
Hey, comrades!
But he is there as well.
I'm going this way now, comrades!
No, I meant the rushing water, the sound of water rushing.
Oh,
Did flush up
Just
the
in a
latrine.
circle.
I can hear the. Oh my God! There's a whirlpool forming.
Oh,
Yes. That's what I said.
oh, good.
Well, at least I got someone to dump this now. You two filthy motherfuckers.
Stay away from the side, everybody. You might get swept into the whirlpool.
Well, I don't know. I think normally I heard tale that the only way to placate a whirlpool is to give it a sacrifice, preferably one by the name of Gay.
Oh, so we could put someone in it?
Pirate.
Gay ball!
Pirate Gay Bob. Well done, sir. Well done, sir.
Alright,
Well, you got
That
there
seems to
in
take
the
an
end.
extraordinary long time
You
to
got
get
there
to
in
that.
the end.
You did
You
it.
got there in
I mean,
the
wait,
end.
what?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
no,
because
sorry,
I've only
what?
got half a brain.
You, what was,
No, we're
What?
categorically not sacrificing my son to the whirlpool.
I'm afraid you have no choice.
No.
I'm afraid I have every choice.
I'm worried about the glass bottom of the perspex bottom of the ship near
Yeah.
this whirlpool.
It'll be fine.
Well, now that you've said that and massaged our fears.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going to let you throw my son into a whirlpool.
Very well, we'll have to throw you into the whirlpool then.
Wasps, bees.
And I'm not going to let you throw my dad into the whirlpool that I've
Well, then we'll throw you into the whirlpool then. Right, so if you could just get on the edge there, please.
This is all your
If you
fault.
just like to
Okay, all right.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
sacrifice myself to the whirlpool.
Yeah, it's on the Groupon voucher. You have to.
It's
Wait a
in the
minute,
terms
let-
and
wait a minute,
conditions,
let me-
probably.
Oh, to be perfectly
Shit,
honest,
yeah.
I don't really like the way Gay Bob emptied that latrine. He's left a mess everywhere. Should we sacrifice him as well?
Oh, may as well.
Go
May as
on
well.
then.
Just to be on the safe side to placate the whirlpool.
Exactly.
But then you two will have to talk to each other again.
Yeah,
come
you
on.
need us.
Yeah, we're part of the crew now.
Such a quandary.
If you'd both like to walk the plank, and we can discuss it in a minute when you're at the end,
Yeah.
teetering on the edge.
I refuse to let this happen.
Well, in that case, we all go into the whirlpool.
No, wait.
First, mate, off we go. Spin the wheel, and off we go.
What's that rising out of the water? It looks like a kraken.
No! No! It's a kraken!
No, it is a kraken.
No!
No, look, I've got the Wikipedia article up for krakens here. It's definitely a kraken.
I know I'm agreeing. No!
No, it is a kraken. Look,
I know
It's
I'm
got a picture of
agreeing
it,
with
it
you.
is a
It's a-
No,
I mean,
it is a kraken.
it could be a giant beaked squid, I suppose. But at that size, it's definitely a kraken.
I'm agreeing. No!
Why, Barbara?
It's a
Why will we
kraken.
not listen? Look, I haven't
No,
picked
don't,
it.
it's his way of talking. He agrees with you.
Right.
Just more importantly, there's a fucking kraken.
Wait, what's that behind the kraken? It's King Kong!
You have been listening to the SDFF Comedy Podcast with Steve Pye, George Minto, Rich Marsh and Andy McLean. Edited by Andy McLean. To find out more, go to sdff.co.uk or facebook.com/SDFF podcast.